What is depression? It's a mental disorder, right? Well, what's a mental disorder? It's your brain not working right. Well, how do you know your brain's not working right? Well, you'll be dysfunctional. You'll find it increasingly impossible to keep up with the pace of normal life. You'll want to. You might even work hard. You'll try. But Yoda says, do or do not. There is no try. So then, depression is just laziness. It's irresponsibility. It's a choice. It's choosing to sit at home, binging on Netflix and ice cream and masturbation and procrastination and intellectualization and social isolation and self-absorbed rumination. You lazy fuck. Pull it together. Sort yourself out. Stop being so goddamn selfish. Count your blessings. Be grateful. Look at how good you have it. Look at all the people in the world who are worse off than you. Better yet, get off your sorry ass and help them. Volunteer. Get involved. What's wrong with you anyway? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? What the fuck is wrong with you? Well, it's my brain's not working right. I have depression. Well, and some other things maybe. Yeah? Then choose differently. Stand up straight with your shoulders back. Make your bed. Stop saying things that make you weak. Lift the heaviest weight you can lift every day. Find a deeper source of meaning. Set goals and strive towards them, and you'll stop your downward spiral and start an upward one. Achieve some small successes, and then your success will grow. Wait. I'm sorry, but I have to interrupt you. I'm sorry, but I do. I mean, I'm sorry, but you don't know what the hell you're talking about. Depression is a brain disorder, reflecting a life that's out of order. Try living when you're underwater. Life feels fake, like it's pre-recorded. You look for help but find no safe quarter. Suffering invades your personal borders. People's disdain are the bricks and their distance the mortar. You're supposed to have the courage to ask for help. But when you do, you're put on a shelf in the basement of what people care about, too busy to care about your whereabouts, because if they aren't broken, then they don't want to be. If they aren't broken, they don't have much empathy, and the more pain you've spoken makes them want to flee, and they only believe in what they can see. Trauma is cursed with invisibility, so everyone is blind to your psyche. So they turn away. Day after day after day. As long as you rot in a cave, then they can play, run their race, chase their wealth, turn away their face from your pleading self, except to ask, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? What the fuck is wrong with you? Well, what's wrong with you is a lifelong story. You don't talk about it much. It's either boring or gory. So you smile and hide that you're chronically sorry. It does not matter if you're 14 or 40, because that's the legacy of developmental trauma. From unhealed adults stuck in their drama, taking your love and giving back guilt, blaming their problems on you, on how you were built, taking your joy and replacing with shame, taking your innocence and replacing with blame, taking your loveliness and telling you you're odd, you're flawed, there's no hope for you but the mercy of God. You can't do anything right. You're told that day and night by those you look up to make everything right. But they can't. Because of you. If you're silent, you're ignored. But if you cry and implore, you hear, don't cry. Jesus Christ, don't cry. We don't want to hear it. It's not that we fear it, we just don't want to be near it, so go away. Ideally forever. You'll never be anything, you're not even clever. You're trying to be good? Ha, never. We hope that you leave and never come back. Even your clothes look better on the rack. Every step forward you take sets the rest of us back. Every breath that you take is us being attacked because as you survive, we have to be around you. There's no real solution. We can't even ground you because then you'd be here and we want you there. Anywhere. Nowhere. We really don't care. Just pack your bags and get the hell out of our hair. And don't answer the phone. People think you're retarded. Quit sulking, it's pathetic. Don't act like you're martyred. What's that? Speak up. Jesus, don't be so guarded. But if you do speak your truth with whatever courage you've mustered, we'll tell them you lie, that you can't be trusted, that there's a very good reason that we're so disgusted. All the things you say happened to you? Couldn't. 'Cause we're good people and everyone knows that we wouldn't. So get out of our house. It's your fault things are crappy. Get out of our house so we can finally be happy. Get out of our house. We don't care where you go. You can fail, get arrested, cut your arms. It's all a big show. Believe us, we know. After enough years of this, you start to believe it. And deep down you know only death will relieve it. Why were you born? Non-existence, you bereave it. Why bother setting goals? You can't even conceive it. Your future is shit. You can't even grieve it. Because how else could it be? When there's something wrong with you. There's something wrong with you. There's something fucking wrong with you. And when you grow up, if you succeed for a bit, you know it'll end, you fucking useless shit. And if you ask for help from your boss, for example, they'll say you are the problem, and now they have ample reasons to turn you into an example. They believe that you are choosing to fail, and they really don't want to hear any details because it just doesn't matter what happened to you. It doesn't even matter if they've bullied you. It's still your fault for what you're going through, and now they have what they need to get rid of you. So you do the right thing. You make yourself vulnerable, but no help will be given from those who are venerable, except to be asked, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? What the fuck is wrong with you? So what is depression? Depression is not knowing how to act anymore. It's your brain turning into a kaleidoscope, everything jumbling and blurring into a chaotic paralysis. Depression is laying under a sheet, waiting to become a corpse. Depression is being scared of the phone, the mail, social media, email, because you are the disease. And everyone else, especially those you care about, shouldn't be exposed to you. Depression is getting $9,000 in parking tickets because you don't deserve a $90 parking pass. Depression is doing drugs to escape the loneliness, hoping they'll kill you. Depression is deciding not to volunteer or help people because you know you'll just fuck it up and make everything worse. Depression is being so goddamn grateful for whoever does reach out that you exhaust them and they turn away. And then depression is you turning away from everyone else so that it doesn't happen again. Depression is spending 5 years writing a book and then throwing it in the garbage where it belongs. Depression is playing video games so you can feel like someone other than yourself. And then depression is getting bored of that too. Depression is the impossibility of feeling joy, of feeling loved, of feeling like you deserve to be healthy, go outside, or even call up a friend. Depression is believing that if you kill yourself, it will be an act of compassion towards the rest of the world. Depression is not reaching out because you don't want to inconvenience anybody. Depression is sitting in a dark room, the blinds drawn, while spring, summer, fall, and winter pass, and you don't care because they're all exactly the same anyway. Depression is not knowing what day it is, or even if it is day, until you peek out the window to see if it's dark. Depression is looking in a mirror and not recognizing the dead eyes looking back at you. Depression is living in the most painful parts of your past, because that's all that seems real. Depression is trying again and again to get caught up on everything and being crushed by the knowledge of all the people you've let down. Depression is believing that you are too broken for therapy, because no therapist will believe you, let alone like you. Depression is when the heaviest weight you can lift is your own chest as you inhale, and knowing how pathetic that is. Depression is not having to make your bed because you aren't worthy to sleep in one. Depression is walking outside only in the dead of night, praying to God that you don't make it back home. Depression is getting bored of music, food, ideas, games, pleasure, everything. Depression is mustering every ounce of energy you have to go out and talk to someone, then seeing the frowns and sympathy and feeling so alone and stupid that you swear you won't do it again. Depression is knowing God made a mistake. It's not a choice any more than you chose to be born. Depression is looking forward to hell, because at least this will be over. This probably sucks. I'm sorry.